It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Landover. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Play fake here. Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Slot man motioned over. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. They'll send him over right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Catch is made in close. And that's a Washington touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Avery Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Motion man left is Brown. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Hurts now from the gun. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. A toss now to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's got this down to the 40. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. From the pistol, Hurts. Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Hurts. Has it down close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. He fires one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Daniels from the pistol. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a 2nd quarter lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They've got first down from the 31. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. That one's complete, right side. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains.
Nick Sirianni going to have the officials look at this one again. He's throwing that challenge flag. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing now, Daniels. Able to find Ertz. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Now they send their back in motion right. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. That's taken in by Samuel. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down from the red zone. Flush down out to his left. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Quick pass, right side, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Okay, I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that draw.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a first down. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Robinson will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Daniels. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's out in the clear. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 1-score game in the first half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Daniels on first down. Throw complete to Eckler.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 41. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Again, Daniels to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 16. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. The 30. He's at the 10. And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game at 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. It's taken in by Eckler. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now motion him out of the backfield. From the pistol, Hurts. Cut out left. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They kick the running back in motion. 1st down throwing for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On 1st down, Hurts has a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hurts throwing again. This one's caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Hurts to throw. Barkley's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Returns looking good so far. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Now Daniels off the play action. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Daniels back to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Their punter making his way out now. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Man in motion here. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work coming into the quarter trailing. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. He's got room to roam here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders set to take over. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Daniels on 1st down. Ertz reels it in. Jukes one defender. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. Has some space inside the 15. Has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the ground with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They go to Barkley again. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one gains 7. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
A run here with Will Shipley. And a decent pickup. They're going to have it up at the 43 after that run. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the 43. And the Commanders get home, they drop in. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Here's Saquon. And they make this stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Here's another carry for Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Barkley has has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Try again with Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles jump in front late. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's caught for the first. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. Back to throw. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Completed left side to Samuel. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw it. The throw is caught. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown, and a big decision coming up for him now. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Commanders all set to regain possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. First throw of overtime now. We've got a screen to the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 14. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Here's Robinson up the middle, and he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Another carry for Robinson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and short, Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. An option give to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 13. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He's across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders claim a 6-point lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Gay to add the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Going into overtime, don't we always focus on the offenses being the hero? Which offense is going to be the hero that ends it? But Brock, the defenses, the real superheroes in this one.
No question about it. It's been that side of the ball that's taken charge to try and set up a win. And if they're able to score to finally end this game, it won't be the score people are talking about. It'll be about them forcing the fumble to set it up.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.